Published 2:45 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of March 2018. Updated 3:34 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of March 2018. I have a stocks and shares ESA account with a traditional platform allowing me to invest in shares and funds. I'm intrigued by the new investment platforms that manage your money for you, and I'm considering opening an account with one of them to use up some of my ESA allowance before the end of the tax year. But I am not sure whether this is allowed. Can I invest in more than one ESA? While you are free to have multiple ISAs of the same kind open, you can only pay into one in each tax year. Myron Jobson, of This Is Money, replies, the short answer to your question is yes, but you can't put new money into more than one of the same type of ESA in the same tax year. So if you have invested money into your existing stocks and shares ESA this tax year, you'll have to wait until after the 6th of April, when new tax year starts, to invest any money in a different one. A stocks and shares ESA is the official term for an investing ESA and covers those invested in shares, funds, investment trust and ETFs, whether directly yourself with a DIY investing platform, such as Hargreaves Lansdowne, with a financial advisor, via a fund manager, or through the new breed of wealth managers, such as Nutmeg or Money Farm. Clearly, all of those different routes above offer different things, but you are restricted to putting new money into only one account each tax year. How does this work? First, let's tackle the bread and butter stuff. Britons can open one of each type of ESA in each tax year. These are cash, stocks and shares, innovative finance, lifetime and help to buy. Everyone has an annual tax-free ESA savings allowance. The allowance currently stands at £20,000, having been increased from £15,240 last tax year. The help to buy ESA and lifetime ESA allowances are lower than the overall ESA allowance. You can save up to £200 a month in the former and £4,000 a year in the latter. ESA savings must be made on or before the 5th of April to qualify for the allowance for that tax year. The allowance can't be rolled over to the next tax year, so if you don't use it, you lose it. This is where it gets a bit complicated. You can split the allowance whichever way you like between the different ISAs in market. So, you are allowed to put money into more than one ESA each year, but crucially the ISAs have to be different types. Existing ISAs that you paid into in previous tax years can remain invested, but you mustn't pay new money into them one and a new one. If you open a second investment ESA, your original account would effectively be put on ice for that year, although you can still make gains on your past investments. It is possible to pay into both a cash ESA and an investment ESA up to the £20,000 threshold. This system is a hangover from days gone by when people typically invested through a financial advisor or direct with a fund manager. It looks increasingly archaic in a world where DIY investing platforms offer multiple types of investment and are better for a variety of things. For example, Nutmeg, which builds a portfolio for you, does something completely different to Hargreaves Lansdowne, where you choose your own funds and shares, but investors are prevented from splitting their money between the two styles, or dabbling with one to try something new. Because you're restricted to making new investments into just one of your ESA accounts a year, it's worth having a look under the bonnet of the different platform options to identify the best fit for the type of investor you are. You want your platform to offer a wealth of investment options, or is keeping administration costs to the absolute minimum your priority, even if this comes at the expense of choice? There's seldom a catch-all solution, so you'll probably have to make a compromise somewhere. For more information on this, read our guide on how to choose the best and cheapest DIY investing ESA. Bear in mind the help to buy ESA is a cash ESA. There is one cash lease and the rest are investment leases. The innovative finance ESA is an investment ESA. Another option worth considering is transferring your ESA. You can do this as long as your chosen provider allows and facilitates the process. The best part about transferring ISAs from previous years is it does not affect your ESA allowance for the current year, but if you want to transfer money you've invested in an ESA during the current year, you must transfer all of it. Cash saved in previous years, you can choose to transfer all or part of your savings. The major investment platforms charge to transfer out your investment ESA, but it can be worth it if the other platform best meets your investment needs. Similarly, cash ESA providers might charge a penalty for transferring, so check for any fees to make sure transferring is still worthwhile. You can transfer any uninvested cash from your innovative finance ESA to another provider, but you may not be able to transfer other investments from it, so important to check with the provider. They may also levy a charge. As mentioned before, savers are governed by 1 ISA per person, per year rule, but previous year's savings don't count, so you can transfer previous year's savings and open an ISA under the same banner in the same tax year if you so choose, as long as you don't put new cash in both. Switching providers isn't simply a case of withdrawing all your money out of your old account and placing it into the new one. You lose the tax-free status on the cash if you do. To switch ISA providers, you must go through the official avenue of contacting the provider you want to move to and complete a form with the account number and details of your old ISA. A cash ISA and a cash ISA transfer should take no more than 15 business days. It's 30 days for a stocks and shares ISA, investments held in an innovative finance and stocks and shares in a LISA. A one-off special rule means that you can transfer the value of your help to buy ISA into a LISA without it affecting your annual contribution limit before the new tax year. You'll only be able to transfer your help to buy up to the £4,000 limit thereafter, and this will come out of your LISA allowance. The key thing here is don't take it upon yourself to correct the situation. Remember, money taken out of the ISA wrapper loses its tax-free status. As soon as it's paid in, the cash is counted as an ISA contribution whether you take it out or not. You should call the ISA helpline on 0845-604-1701 to discuss the error. HMRC would know from its records that you've oversubscribed, and a representative will give you a call to advise you on what action you need to take if you haven't contacted them already. The good news is HMRC will not come down hard on you if it was a genuine mistake. You'll likely get away without punishment and get to keep the tax-free ISA status on the cash. However, if you are a repeat offender, HMRC would force you to pay tax on any interest earned, or give back tax relief on investments if it's a stocks and shares ISA, on the second account.